How was training camp today? Yeah,
time.
I know. Still acclimating?
Yeah, so Mike McGlinchey, the only one not out there, which this is where it kind of stinks that Sean Payton isn't talking today.
So
because
we're not quite sure.
Not quite sure what the story there is. And look, it may be no big deal. I mean, I don't remember him limping off or anything yesterday. There was no, now today was a little bit tougher because as you guys will see when you're out there, well, you're not, I keep forgetting, it's the previous show. But anyway, we've got the fields running north-south.
Well, we're all out there tomorrow. Everybody's out there tomorrow.
We're all out there tomorrow.
Yep.
So are you guys out there?
Well, they're not. No.
I'll be out there.
He'll be there, but
you can't escape.
No,
the
remember
Lindahl.
our show. Yeah. We have to leave. Well, once things stop going on the field, what happens to be within the first hour of our show.
When we used basically, you have to leave. When we used to get, you and I talked about it on the podcast last night.
Used to get all the guests.
Best interviews of camp, especially in the first week.
But we're probably good for a good 45 minutes to an hour before they start looking at us sideways.
Yeah, last year it was about 30 to 50, somewhere in there.
There's a little side eye.
All of a sudden, the PR guys, the little menu, the muggle PR people would start walking by.
They're all over stuff this year. I tweeted something I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to yesterday, and it was completely mundane.
I gotcha.
I think I tweeted that just said photographic proof we were underway, and they're all right. Now listen, they're all really cool to me. I don't know who the boss was that said you got to take it down, but they were like.
The rule is, FYI, for everybody listening, the rule is you're not supposed to tweet anything or put any information out until the practice is over. You can take as many photos
right now. Now that changes tomorrow because tomorrow we're officially training camp.
Okay. Different deal.
So this,
but I thought it was like the first 15 minutes you could, and then you had to stop, and then.
Hell, I don't know.
Right. Well, we'll see once we get yelled at. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see. Listen. There's something, by the way, there's something else I know wasn't supposed to happen, and it happened, and I just saw it. I'm like, I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it all alone, baby. I'm going to leave it all alone. All right, so I'll give you the best I can of the day. The point is they were on the far field today, so again, you're dealing with the benches. So here's what I can give you. And again, guys.
Oh, so they're right up against the construction.
They are.
Oh, wow.
And we were right up against the old building. Oh, so we're talking at least, what is a football field? 50 yards wide.
That's a tough thing
so we're about
see.
80 yards. We might have been 100 yards away. Look, it's getting a little competitive, which I did like.
Okay.
They did ones-on-ones.
Okay.
And the defense, the pass rush, I mean, just swallowing up the offense. Bo, the first rep I saw, and this is at the end, and we're only talking like 10, 15 minutes of this, okay? So grain of salt, folks. Grain of salt, but going to give you what I saw. First play, Bo drops back, looking to throw out of the pocket. Would have just been it's just the sea of orange because the D's in the orange, just a sea of orange around him as if he was in the middle of a huddle. Then the second play, he escapes out and makes something happen. Then a third play happened, and I think the D thought he got down because we heard a big, hey, all that from the defensive side. Now, the other thing that was hard is that they were all together. Like normally, you can see the offense or the defensive side. So if one of the units wants to hoot and holler, you can tell which one it is.
Right.
They're all a big mass right now in the end zone. But the defense got excited. So I think they thought Bo got sacked or else they would have decked the running back behind their line of scrimmage. Second team comes in, and then, let's see, Jared Stidham, couple rough, look, no protection on the first couple snaps, basically. The defense is into this. I think this is going to get real interesting when we go live. But then Stidham escaped through a nice pass to the boundary. Receiver does a catch and spin move, and there'd have been nobody left. So then the offense, so we got that going on, which I think is kind of nice. Guys are getting into it. So there's a little motion
is this team
today.
11 on 11 or is it 7 on 7?
No, this is 11 on 11. This is the end of the game. This is the end of the practice where they were going live.
Oh, so now, we got a little competition, a little bit.
I feel a bit bad for, the offensive line really isn't supposed to be decking anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, how much blocking are you really doing? And
right.
But look, the pass rush is legit, and I'm excited. I told you guys yesterday, it's kind of the one thing I'm going to watch early on. How long before Sean gets frustrated? Because listen, the defense, this is 3 years, same system, mostly the same personnel. You just keep adding great players to it. So they're ahead of the offense, and the defense is always ahead of the offense anyway. Sean's trying to work in R.J. Harvey. He's trying to work in J.K. Dobbins, who looks really fast, by the way. He caught a screen pass, and he showed the Jets that he's got. So he doesn't look like whatever injuries he had in the end of last year for the Chargers isn't going to be a problem, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
You're working in Evan Ingram. Like, the offense still is working people in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So they're not as fluid of an operation as the defense is right now. And again, I go back to that 2015 thing where even though Peyton was hurt, Peyton wasn't hurt till later in camp, if you remember. And that's when they had to adopt the pistol. But they got competitive, man, and they were jawing at each other. And I'm telling you, Bo ain't afraid to talk to Bo. It was kind of cool because the quarterbacks are doing the old net throwing drill we all laugh about close to us. First off, I like our guy Stiddy. Stiddy went running just to get a sprint in.
Yeah.
And he ran from one side of the field to the other and ended up running past me and Leggy. And he goes, those old knees, boys. So I looked at Stidham. I go,
it was like 27.
As he turned around and walked back, I go, you want to feel better? I'll run for you. So he got a little laugh out of that. But I don't know what they were doing with this net game. But Bo clearly won it because Bo drills some middle pocket and went running around with the hand up, the old Tom Brady number one finger in the air like he'd done something. And I saw Stidham cussing. By the way, and I brought the raw.
Those guys, by the way, are really good friends.
Oh, Ellinger looks like he's fitting in. He's taking the Zach Wilson role perfectly.
He went on vacation with those guys too.
Evan Ingram and Cortland Sutton were trying to do the same drill. I got to remember Ingram's one. That again, back to the number thing.
What number is he wearing?
One.
Evan Ingram's wearing
He's
one. He's a tight end wearing one.
One.
Oh, that's hard. That's
Come on,
not
he ain't
good.
Warren Moon, son. Come on.
No, you got to be in the 80s
I need
to be
an
a tight
80s.
end. I know.
An 84. Although the word went like that. Anyway,
Okay.
They wanted to do the net drill too. Boys, we ain't got an emergency quarterback. That's all I'm going to say. Remember how Rod Smith was the emergency guy if all three went down? Yeah, Ingram and Sutton, they're significantly less MPH trying to get the ball into the net.
That's pretty funny.
It looked like soft toss as the pitchers are warming up compared to what the quarterbacks are actually doing.
Like Papa Shot, just kind of.
Exactly.
You're not really shooting it, right?
The shovel pass or whatever. So there you go. That's about it. Like I said, we'll try to get word on what's going on with McGlinchey. I also was talking with our guy Atwater today. He said Trent Sherfield Sr., the wideout out of Vanderbilt, 8 years experience, he likes him.
Well, he's going to be a special teams guy, though, right?
Yeah,
but
he likes a little what he brings.
Special teams role going to be?
Probably a gunner. Isn't he the gunner specialist? Who was the guy they lost? He was the guy that they lost that player.
You're
was
right.
it McAllister last year?
You're right.
He caused the thing
name
in the Charger game where they were able to fair catch and then do the crazy free kick.
To me, Sherfield is, I think that's his role. But technically, he will be a wide receiver. What does Steve like about Sherfield?
He just said he likes his wiggle and his speed.
All right.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to give you whatever I can, man. It was another hour.
No, it's great.
It's just laid back practice.
How long to go? Just an
hour. Well, I mean, we watched an hour. How about I say that? We were in our muggle cage waiting to get in there, and they were clearly doing something before we got in.
So there's
there.
a muggle cage before you can get in?
Well, I mean, it's the parking lot, but
it's a weird setup.
So we all wait by the gate where the players, the gate that opens for the players to go in. We're all surrounded outside. We look like autograph seekers if it were the
because they used to wait out there.
That's where they are. Well, a couple guys are out there today.
So I bet they try to sneak in with you all.
No, they don't.
Come on.
Well,
tomorrow
so they got the little
badges.
table for all the passes and stuff right there.
That'll
too?
start tomorrow.
Yeah, it saves.
Look, hey, people know me. I don't need a badge.
Well, Scotty's got to be in there. Do you need a badge? You think you just walk in?
No, I'll need a badge.
You think so?
The security people know me, most of them, because they're my age. But like they still say, where's your...
What would happen if you just walked out onto the field?
Sean Payton would probably.
Well, Sean Payton would come
No,
over.
that's your new buddy. He
Scott,
might bring
that's
you
what
over.
I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Know what I think you got to do? See, this is what the two people on the scoreboard screwed up at the Coldplay concert. You just got to act like you've been. See, if they would have just taken their hands and started clapping instead, everybody ducking and diving like sniper fire broke out. Maybe we all don't realize you're up to something. Okay,
look at those two.
You should have just. You know what I mean? Got the above hand
never
clap
gone viral.
Yeah,
because nobody would have thought anything. They're just, but instead you made it. Homeboy, worst reaction ever.
Well, the funniest thing, you're right about them. Had they had no reaction whatsoever, who would have ever posted it?
I don't know who that dude is. You know what I mean?
Chris Martin's not going to make fun of you. It's not going to get posted.
Now you're just another random couple on the big board.
It's Kiss Cam. Not everybody on Kiss Cam goes viral.
Yeah.
Nobody on Kiss Cam goes viral.
Unless something weird like that happens.
unless something
but you
weird
had
like
to
that
draw
happens.
attention to yourself.
Yeah, if you just leaned into it, it's over in 15 seconds.
But that's what I'm saying. If Scott walks out
Yeah.
like I'm VIP,
yeah.
like not bothered to buy anything, and you just go up to the sideline and stand there, maybe a whistle. You know what I mean? A visor. You get a visor going.
And
Kind of look
a gold
coachy
whistle.
like.
Yeah.
Find an old shirt that you have, an Arkansas shirt. They think, it's a visiting coach.
Right?
You know what I mean? Raj and Coach were talking about football guy look. You could get football guy look going real quick.
Oh, easy.
You know what I mean?
Easy.
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
You know
get
what'd
a
be-
clipboard.
You know what'd be hysterical? You just walk over to the offensive line and just stand next to the head coach.
Cross
Just-
the hand. Hey,
just-
get
you're
the
just
bike
there.
shorts and
Bike
pull
shorts.
up some socks to your calves. Huh?
Black cleats.
Black cleats. I've got,
Well, you'd have to have a long sleeve shirt because
Hold
all
on,
those
though.
assistants they don't like the sun. They get the long sleeve shirts.
I've got a whiteboard for drawing up lacrosse plays. Just take that. We'll put some papers over it. You can just kind of hold it like you got your crap. You know what I mean?
If you had that outfit on, you got to have the long sleeves, though. They all wear the long sleeves.
Yeah. You got a big Fangio.
Fangio's wearing a sweatshirt. It's 98 degrees
You look like
out.
you're not bothered by anything. What position group? Should it be O-line? You got a little bit of remember Reggie, was it Reggie Herring that was the D-line coach with Kolar?
I think Scotty could pull. I think O-line would be the easiest, but I think you could pull D-line.
I'm just
going
to hijack your show. 303-504-0925. Tell Scotty what position group does he need to coach.
Yeah.
See, you don't have receiver.
I thought
you
I
don't
was gonna
feel
go-
receiver D.
No.
I thought I might go over to the Veer quarterback.
Hey, what about the tight end?
Well,
you could be tight end guy.
Oh, there
you could be
end.
tight end guy.
Tight end guy.
Because Caleb Lohner is a basketball player.
Sure, he's as tall as you are.
Well.
Well.
Yeah. I mean, he's tall, but he's not.
Did-
He's not Hastings
calm
tall.
down.
Did you see him do anything?
Loner?
Yeah.
Not really.
Does he stand out?
Well, look, again, going back to the last day of OTAs where it was pretty awesome because they actually did these drills we talked about right in front of us, and I felt like I was walking the sideline of the old, Empower there.
Right.
Loner had a couple receptions. I see things where I'm like, hey, man, they might find a role for him, but everybody I talk to in the know, including Leggy, says he's a practice squad guy probably.
Okay.
See if they can develop.
There's
no need.
There's
for
a
him
lot
right
of edges to
now.
sand off.
But
there.
what if in 2 years they sand it off?
Oh, no, I think it's great. Look, my question, though, is if you put in practice squad, you risk somebody deciding they may sand off those edges quicker.
It
Yeah.
seems like a stretch.
You're right. But this is what this time of year is, right? Here's what I love about camp. I say this at the
But
end of
it
every
is
camp.
funny the Broncos used a draft pick on him.
Because they
why?
didn't want to have to deal with the free agent negotiation. I think there was interest, just
There
not
must
as a
have been.
draft pick.
Right.
But what I love is we're going to sit here, well, maybe not you, but most of us are going to sit here and try to pick our guys and pick our roster and stress out because when I was at the other place, that's all we did. We were
Right.
picking the roster from game
Well,
one.
right.
And if any of the dudes we're stressing out about the last five, if they're playing, we're screwed. Your season has gone completely wrong if I'm stressing out about finding maybe our guy Trent Sherfield getting some legit snaps at receiver.
Well,
Here's what I've done over the years. And the ones I really focus on, I've been really good at picking them. It's saying, this guy's standing out where no one's really talking about. Shaq Barrett, for example, coming to CSU, not a high expectation. I'm watching practice. That's when I'm doing the show with Sandy over across the street. And I'm like, dude, this guy's
Can't
balling.
block him.
And everybody, he practiced squad. Dude, he was instrumental in them winning the Super Bowl that year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was fabulous that year. What's our guy that went to Jacksonville we talked about last time?
Ruben Drones is
No,
one.
the D lineman guy. Ruben Drones we like.
Remember way back in the day.
Yeah. But
Malik
Malik
Jackson?
Jackson. We were all
Danny
over Malik
Trevathan?
Jackson.
well, the star last year was Vele. He would do something
He
great
looked good
every
today, too, by the way.
Well, there you
I
go.
was all over Vele last year.
Well, because he
In fact,
would.
somebody, there we go.
What?
Oh, I don't see it.
Oh,
He's a
really?
practice squad guy.
No, not me.
No, not him.
Oh.
Got it.
Guy I'm playing right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Much
all-
short.
Vele made standout plays every day.
every day.
Yeah. So there was that.
You know, one time I'll never forget it. We're just being wise asses over on the sideline because that's all you got to do. And I was like, oh boy, we got to worry about this Tim Patrick guy before he'd even practice. And all of a sudden, in the camp, I'm like, Tim Patrick guy is kind of good.
Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick,
Patrick's another guy
I remember
too.
where he looked good. He looked good on special teams.
Yeah.
And he was one of them guys who
Well-
was just like, whoa, like he is doing something every situation Tim Patrick was in, he would do something interesting.
Before the injuries, when you'd watch him in practice, did you guys ever see him drop a football?
No.
Tim Patrick, no,
Yeah, never did.
And big-bodied. You're like, that dude, there's the profile. For a West Coast offense, too, that he came in under, that was the profile.
That wide receiver you keep talking about, maybe the Tim Patrick type replacement.
Oh, yeah, I got to remember him.
Third-round guy?
Wait,
Bryant?
not third. Yeah, Pat Bryant isn't a Tim Bryant. No. Here's the thing. I don't know what to make of Pat Bryant because whether they want to poo-poo it or not, the speed is a bit of an issue. And I don't know how you get fast. You guys would have to talk to someone smarter than me.
He's not going to get faster.
He gets reeled in by corner. But again, his physicality and his win off the line ability, this is what I like about Sean Payton. I think he drafts him going, well, I know what plays I'm going to run with him. I'm not going to run all my plays with him.
That's fine.
But I know what I'm going to use him
because
for.
they took Jahdae Barron because they didn't want Matthew Golden or one of those other speedsters. And the receiver they got was a guy who is not going to cause separation. But can he get open and be a good possession receiver, that sort of thing? But I thought we had that.
Yeah, but I think there's a elite win at the line of scrimmage. Bo Nix, 3rd and 5. Bo Nix needs a first down, and he's on a slant route. Bo's got his guy.
Well, there you go.
Demarius, when he finally was practice after the feet got right, remember that was the one thing that we liked about him, said no one could jam him at the line of scrimmage. You couldn't keep him on the line.
Yeah. But he also had deceptive speed, too.
But he had
DC could run away from people.
But still, listen, there's a whole lot of guys that are fast. If you can't get off the line of scrimmage, you ain't. So what?
Well, and how many draft picks have just been wasted and cut? Like if Pat Bryant comes in and let's call it 50 plays, and he gets you 5 or 6 touchdowns, it was worth a 4th-round pick.
No doubt about it.
How many 4th-round picks haven't done Doc Squidley hanging out around here?
And on that Doc Squidley note, thank you, Andy Lindahl.
You don't know him?
Live tomorrow at training camp. Andy back. Who you on with today? Any you and Spring? You and somebody else? What you got?
It's Spring. Coach Sanford doesn't return my calls anymore. He's a big timer.
Okay.